As I walked towards the underpass of Ashok Vihar, I saw an old man struggling to push his rickshaw uphill. His face showed how much effort he was putting in, and his tired, rough hands were tightly gripping the handlebars. Seeing this, I quickly went up from Mama's scooty to help him and started pushing the rickshaw from behind with all my strength. The man gave a small smile. जब हम आखिरी तक पहुंच गए तो उन्होंने सांस लेते हुए और रुके और मुझे शुक्रिया भरी नजर से देखा और मुझे कहा, बहुत शुक्रिया बेटा, आज तूने मेरी बहुत मदद की है. अगर मेरा पोता भी होता तो वो भी मेरी इसी तरह मदद करता.
It all began when I came across some children who seemed worn out and hungry. I realized that many kids around us, right in our communities, go without meals on most of the days. The thought that a basic necessity like food isn't guaranteed to everyone, especially children, made me want to do something, no matter how small. So I decided to take action by organizing a meal for these kids with the help of my mom. When the day came, my mom prepared food and we set out. As we arrived, the kids' faces lit up with smiles and I could see a kind of excitement in their eyes. There was no fancy setup and no big organization backing us, just the simple act of sharing a meal. But to these kids, it was clearly more than just food. It was a moment of joy, a break from the hardships they face every day. One moment that really struck me was when a young boy came up and thanked my mom after eating. He didn't have to say anything, but in his eyes, I could see the gratitude beyond words.
एक बार मैं ट्रैवल कर रही थी, मैं ज़्यादा दूर नहीं थी अपने घर से, तो मैंने देखा कि देयर वाज अ गार्बेज डंप एंड देयर इज़ वन काऊ. उसका ना साथ में बच्चियाँ थी उसकी छोटी सी, और वो 3 से 4 दिन की होगी, नॉट मोर देन दैट. एंड जो काऊ थी ना, वो सर्चिंग इन सर्च ऑफ फूड, वो गार्बेज में से कुछ खा रही थी, और वो ना प्लास्टिक था, कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें खाती जो शायद उसे नहीं खानी चाहिए, क्योंकि उसका दूध ना उसका बच्चा भी पीता है, तो दोनों की जान को बहुत ख़तरा था उस टाइम. क्योंकि एज अ काउ लवर आई नो दैट कि बहुत ज़्यादा, अगर आज मैंने इन्हें छोड़ दिया ना ऐसे और कल को इन्हें कुछ हो गया, तो शायद मैं दुनिया में अपने आप को माफ़ नहीं कर पाऊँगी, क्योंकि मैं देख रही हूँ कि इनको प्रॉब्लम है, मैं देख पा रही हूँ कि इसका कॉन्सिक्वेंस क्या होगा, बट स्टिल मैंने हेल्प नहीं करी. तो इसलिए मैं उन लोगों को अपने तबेले तक ले गई, और तबेला पास ही था हमारा. सो मैं गई, मैंने उनका प्रवेश कराया, गृह प्रवेश होता है ना वैसे कराया, तिलक विलक करके. तो शायद ऐसा लग रहा था कि मेरी घर की रौनक बढ़ गई. वो बच्चिया आज 4 महीने की हो गई है, एकदम हेल्दी है, एकदम फिट है. उसको दूध पिलाया हमने 1 हफ्ते तक, फिर तेल पिलाया, फिर चारे तक की जर्नी, और वो इतनी बड़ी हो चुकी है अब कि वो मुझे, अगर मैं उसके साथ चली जाऊँ ना और मैं बोलूँ कि अब मुझे जाना है, तो मुझे जाने तक नहीं देती.
So one day at school, I noticed a new friend of mine sitting very alone. She was very sad. और पता है मन में बात आई कि यार सच में बहुत बुरा लगता है ऐसे किसी को अकेला देख के. रिमेंबरिंग द फर्स्ट डे ऑफ माई स्कूल इन द सेम स्कूल, तो आई डिसाइडेड टू गेट ओवर हर एंड आस्क हर टू जॉइन माई सेल्फ. तो मन में तो यही बात थी कि तुम और मैं एक ही क्लासरूम में हो, काइंडनेस हो, तो दोस्ती कैसे नहीं हो सकती है. So, मैं literally I was shivering that it could be that she is rude or she is egoistic, but still I went to her. At first, she was literally surprised, but she happily accepted my invitation and she joined us. So, talking to each other, I got to know that she recently got her transfer from some other school back to over here, and she literally had no friend. तो कहते हैं ना कि किसी चीज़ को पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है, और इस बार मुझे वो अकेले रहने का डर था. तो डे बाय डे आई वुड इन्वाइट हर टू जॉइन मी, ईदर फॉर प्लेइंग गेम्स और फॉर हैविंग फूड टुगेदर. एंड पता ही नहीं चला दैट इतनी जल्दी वी get close to each other, and literally no picture could capture us together. And like, she was the one with whom I could share my everything without even thinking that she would judge me back.
I've always wanted to do something for our community, and thanks to my school's Interact Club, I finally had the chance. We visited Heatherpur, where we taught the kids about good touch and bad touch, had fun games and educational games. A similar pattern was followed with Gyanadhar NGO, where we had cognitive activities, storytelling, poster making, and whatnot. The highlight was a lunch date with 3 adorable kids. It made me realize my privilege and make me want to do more.
All over the room today, in our work and in our play, all a reminder to be kinder. Let's be gentle, let's be kind. We'll feel happier when we are kind. Let's be caring, let's be kind. We'll feel happier when we are kind. Let's be patient, let's be kind.
Next story is about of 2022, almost at the peak of COVID, when it was almost gone. COVID was almost gone. We went Goshala near my house in NHPC. We gone there and we feed the cows with our hands. The cows, like, helping animals, helping humans, helping anyone. The smile, the feeling is like top of the world.
Recently, I noticed some people in need of clothing, and I felt it was something I could help with. So, I gathered clothes I could spare and donated them to those who needed them most. It was heartwarming to see how a simple act could mean so much, as you can see here.
I went to an old age home where we spent a lot of time with the elderly people, listening to their life stories, learning from their lessons, dancing with them, and a lot more. So that's where I realized that kindness is not always just about giving something to someone. Rather, it's just about the small gestures. The way we spend time with them bring a great smile on their face that eventually made my day, and now it's one of my greatest memory that I will always cherish.
One day I was in my balcony when suddenly a pigeon flew inside my house. I just ran and see what happened to the pigeon, and when I looked closely, I noticed that his foot was bleeding, and I suddenly went to get some warm water. Cotton, and antiseptic to cure him. For a few days, I took great care of him, and on the third morning, when I entered the room, I just looked that the pigeon was passed away.
Today, I want to share a part of my life that is close to my heart. I want to talk about the kind of kindness that's often forgotten. I'm talking about kindness towards stray animals. Strays may be an ordinary part of our environment, but for me and many of us present here, they are much more. They are just like our family. I remember the first time I fed a stray dog. I was so scared, but the look in his eyes wasn't just for hunger. It was loneliness, a sense of need to be loved, and maybe even fear. Then I started feeding strays, and it quickly became a part of my life.
Kindness did not come as you are poor or you are rich. The kindness is when you are equally treating everyone in your life. So treat everyone equally and be kind to everyone.